Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Bert Ferguson, Realtor here in Delaware, serving Maryland, Delaware, and Pennsylvania with Rush Home, a division of Compass. And I'm coming to you guys to talk about what everyone's talking about in the media right now when it comes to real estate agents, and that is compensation. Things have changed how realtors can be advertise how they can be compensated on the MLS. And it has some people thinking, talking, making assumptions, but it is a good thing. This is a great time in the market for realtors because it gives us a chance to show our worth and to really get down to buyers to show them how we're compensated and what we do for that compensation, especially when you're a full-time professional rock star agent. So what I'll start with is the actual lawsuit. This lawsuit was the Stitzer Burnett lawsuit versus the National Association of Realtors. And what that really talked about was, should the seller have to compensate the buyer's agent? In a real estate transaction, typically the seller, out of their proceeds, pays everyone based on the buyer purchasing the home. When they get their money, they pay out everyone's for their services. This lawsuit said we shouldn't have to do that, and that NAR set those rates, which was not true. NAR never set those rates. Okay, it's always been negotiable. Whether a seller pays the buyer's agent and what they even pay their own agent as the listing agent. But if we get down to the nitty gritty, let's talk about people buying homes and those who represent them in their purchase. How will they get paid now? Well, one thing that I want to talk about is that buyer representation agreement form. Those are something that we'd like to make sure buyers get so they understand that their agent gets compensated from them in the event that the seller doesn't offer it. And here's what we do to ensure that compensation. We want to make sure that you understand all of the contracts. We want to make sure you understand the market. We want to make sure we get the home that you want in front of you as soon as possible and go over the pros and cons of that home for you. We want to make sure that inside of that contract, when you make your offer, that is a strong offer that meets your benefits. And we also want to make sure you understand the timelines for all the contingencies that are set in place. This is just the start. Let's talk about all of the things that we go through when something doesn't quite go right. Scheduling your closing, making sure we schedule your home inspection, helping you schedule moving things that you need to move, answering questions on prorated items like taxes or fuel or any of those things, making sure you get homeowners insurance, getting you connected with local home ownership agents, that home insurance agents that can give you the best rates and give you the best policy, knowing what's inside of your policy. Let's start at the beginning. Making sure you talk to different mortgage lenders that fit your needs. If you're a first-time home buyer, you may need different mortgage needs than someone who's upsizing or even downsizing. Do you even need a mortgage lender? How do these things work? These are questions that we help decipher for you while you are going throughout your life. So realtors, I don't think are ever going to go away. The compensation matter really is who pays us. And I think that is getting away from the fact that I don't think commissions are going to go away. I think that now agents need to step up more than ever to really come with value. And why should a client, buyer, or seller use you? My track record myself speaks for itself. So I'm not really going to go into my situation. I've been doing this for almost 10 years now on a full-time basis. I've done hundreds of transactions on buyer side, seller side in different states. I have a really good grasp on not only my local market, but my regional market. So my expertise is there. Just for the sake of conversation though, I want people to understand that buying a home is the biggest purchase that you'll make in your lifetime. You want to have a professional do it, and it may cost you as a buyer to have an agent. It'll be expensive, but it'll cost you a fortune to try to buy a home by yourself. If you don't know your rights, if you don't understand the market, you're going to get beat up out there trying to put offers in by yourself, trying to understand what this contract means. What happens if the seller defaults on a part of their contingency? What does that mean for you? If your financing doesn't fall through and another agent tells you you can lose your deposit, is that true or is it not? If there's a repair that needs to be done on a home, they can tell you that this is not a major when it is a major that needs to be a part of the repair addendum. making sure that you understand how to get through the closing process and what you need to bring, how you need to bring it. Let's say we need to extend settlement out. What paperwork is needed to make sure that that's still tied together and the home doesn't fall back out onto the market? There's so many things that happen in a real estate transaction. You do not want to go with a loan and potentially pay more for a home that you shouldn't, miss out on the home that you want, get screwed on your money that you've already shelled out. So I mean, it's a really big deal. So basically, NAR has now said that the compensation can no longer be listed on the MLS, and it's got a lot of agents worried and concerned. I did a video on this about a year ago because I knew that this was coming down the pipe. This is why what I did was started doing buyer consultations so my buyers knew exactly what they're getting and exactly that they're getting the best agent for this particular job to help them buy their home. I've also been educating them on the market, doing monthly market updates, making more videos just like this one. So if they can't get me on the phone directly, they can go right to my YouTube channel and get updated on what's happening. So we're going to see how this all plays out and continues to pan out. But just know right now, buyer agent commissions are not going away. They just cannot be put on the MLS, and they may need to be negotiated in, or buyers may now need to pay their agent directly. And if your agent is worth anything, it'll be worth the money. If your agent's a professional, if your agent has a track record, if your agent's been doing this for multiple years on a full-time basis, whatever you pay them to get you into a home will be worth it. Doing it without is a major risk that you don't want to take with trying to buy a home. All right, so that's all I have now on this topic. Again, if you want to reach out to me, you have more questions, you can reach me on my cell, 302-204-1347, or you can reach me via email, bertf@rushhome.com. And of course, on all my social media, find me, Bert Ferguson Realtor. On Twitter, I think I'm at bferg Realtor. And I believe I'm actually at bferg Realtor on Instagram as well. So hope to see you guys soon. Thanks.